Well, good afternoon. We are lounging, as you can probably tell by my position here. Finished lunch, got our fishing gear together this morning. Been a pretty lazy day, but right now we're playing with the drone, and I'll flip the camera around here in a minute so you can see that. As you can see, Mike is pilot in command right now, so if I can keep the camera steady, we'll be in business. But yeah, I just thought I'd check in, let y'all know that everything's going well, and we're just relaxing. So more later, I'm sure, and I'll flip the camera around so you can watch the events. Mike's arguing with his drone remote. No, down. Let's see if we can catch it coming around. Success. Making dinner, then we're gonna get mic'd up and get ready to go for the evening. So spin you around here.
I'm in charge of the noodles.
Woohoo! Noodles. Got the noodles going. Over here,
The good stuff.
I don't want to get too close and burn the camera. A little bit of pork chops with kitchen pepper. Alright, so just wanted to give you a sneak peek of what we're going to be eating tonight. And we'll be back here in a little bit, either when we're eating or when we're done. And we'll give you a grand tour of what the festivities are for the night. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Hey everybody.
What do you got going on over here?
So tonight we're going to do something a little different. Instead of, you know, sitting around the fire and talking about what we did for the day, because today we didn't do a whole heck of a lot. I'm not going to lie, we've been goofing off all day. So we're going to show you guys what we're trying to go through to capture some night lapse photography and hopefully some of the Perseids meteor shower. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, the Perseids.
So we're going to try and catch some of that tonight.
So what kind of contraption you got going on there?
So what I'm doing here is I got my... Oh, that's perfect. I got a power bank, 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, and of course a GoPro, a little tripod. And then what I'll do is I'll power the GoPro off of the power bank, because the battery won't last all night, but the power bank will. I know
and
it
you're
will.
aiming over here.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do here is I want to frame it up from about where that little cave is, just below there, up, so I can get some of the sky framed by the trees. And I want to catch either some meteors or some star movements on a GoPro. So I've got it set up for night lapse. Shutter will stay open for 30 seconds each shot, and I'll just run it all night. I did it last night. It came out really good, but I was aiming from there this way, which worked okay. But when the moon came up, it was almost a full moon last night, and it just blew out everything after that.
Last night.
It was still a cool shot. But tonight I'm going to try and get a cooler shot. If I can get some of these meteors. So let me frame.
Yeah, so the meteor shower peaks tomorrow, and then about I think it's about 4 or something this morning. Tomorrow morning is the best shot that we'll have overnight tonight, and it's supposed to peak at about 20 meteors per hour. So hopefully we'll see something. The very bright 90% waning, but it's still 90%. It was incredibly bright last 2 nights, so we expect the same thing tonight. There's not a period of getting to shoot the night sky without the moon. Astro um, ends after the moonrise. So, yeah, tomorrow night I think there's 15 minutes, and then the following gets a little bit better after that for the rest of the week. But supposed to get some rain showers the rest of the week, so we're expecting some cloud covers to move in. So we're trying to get our night shots in while we can.
All right, so this one's set up. Well, it will be set up if I get it right. All right, so now tonight, whenever it gets darker, I'll come over, I'll pull the GoPro battery out, and I'll plug the power bank in. And if you don't pull a GoPro battery out, what happens is the power bank will charge the battery, and then when the battery is fully charged, the power bank auto shuts off, and then the battery dies, and then you don't get to run all night.
Everything for nothing, yeah.
So this one, like I said, it's just at the bottom of that cave, up. Get this whole slot of sky right here, and then I got a little bit of sky over the top of the Jeeps in the frame. So yeah, so hopefully, if it all works out, it'll be a pretty cool shot. All right, now it's Mike's turn. So we're gonna have Mike walk us through what he's getting ready to do, and this is
quite a contraption.
Even crazier a contraption than what I've got.
So what I've got set here, and I preset it up earlier today, I got my 3-way head, and I have what's called a star tracker. This is the Move Shoot Move Nomad. I just got it. First time using it was last night. And so what that does is I've aligned that. It's pointing at Polaris, the North Star. And so that's the constant star. And it's going to rotate however I have my camera configured. It's going to rotate that around. And what it does is allows me to focus. What I'm going to focus on tonight is the Perseids meteor shower, with it peaking around 4:30 in the morning, and I only have a battery in there. It's a freshly charged battery, but I don't think it's going to last all night. So I'm going to set this up to start interval shooting at about probably 12:30. I'm going to use an app on my phone called Stellarium to try to figure out where the Perseids meteor is going to come from, and I believe it's going to be right about there in the sky. I'm going to aim my camera there, and then the star tracker is going to keep my camera on Perseids as it moves across the sky. Now, the comets don't track, but that area of the sky will track. So that's the theory. And so it was pretty bright last night, and I was able to get this camera focused, but I think I had it a little overexposed. The moon really washed this landscape out. It was incredible. So tonight I'm going to still have a long shutter speed, but I'm going to drop the ISO down a little bit. Try to maybe underexpose, because knowing that the moon's going to be out and washing everything out. So hopefully I'll get a meteor shot. That's what I'm shooting for.
Hope so.
Yeah, so that's what I got going on here.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for sharing that.
Hey, you bet.
Quite the contraption.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild. When I got up this morning, my camera was like upside down. It was really wild. So, yeah.
Well, I'm anxious to see what you capture with that thing tonight.
Yeah. Like I said, the hardest part is focusing on the stars. You have to wait till it gets dark. You have to manually focus. You zoom in, and you're trying to find that infinity focus. I was able to get this focused last night. The shots came out pretty good, but they were washed out. My other camera didn't have as much luck focusing, so hopefully we'll have the better luck tonight.
Yep, hope so. Hopefully we'll see how it goes.
All right. So you've got another thing going on here, Mark?
You know, I always got something going on. Yeah, so this one didn't quite work out last night. I tried to do this last night. And instead of a night lapse, I took a 10-hour video. I didn't know a GoPro would take a 10-hour video, but apparently it will. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here tonight is similar to what you're doing with your camera. I'm just going to focus on these two peaks right here to our front on a wide angle. and I'm going to catch as much of the sky as I can to try and catch the meteors and, again, more star movement. The moon will be behind us from this angle, so my hope is that I can catch the moon as it travels across the sky. I can catch the shadows on these peaks moving along with it. That's my hope. I need to get my battery bank.
You're going to do the same setup here with the USB to the battery?
Yep, sure am. And like I was telling you on the other one, we tried this last night, and the battery banks work great. I mean, it powers the GoPro all night long. Even when I'm taking a video that I'm not supposed to be taking. On this one, I'll just set it on the ground. It's long enough, and I'll plug it in when I get ready to go. But right now, I just need to frame this up, and I'm jammed in this fir tree here that's really kicking my butt. All right, I think that's gonna work. Yeah, that'll work. Let me check the frame on the night lapse. Yep, that should work. So if all goes well, we will have an awesome picture of the night sky to share with y'all when that comes out. And like I said, the GoPro, I mean, it's got a tiny little sensor. It doesn't do what your rig would do, but with the software that's in it, it does get some pretty amazing night lapse photography. So again,
You had more success than I did last night.
Yeah, true.
So
don't forget to fix your ISO.
Yeah, right.
But again, 30-second shutter, and it's going to take a series of stills, and it'll stitch them all together, and then it'll play it back as a video. If I run it for probably 8 or 9 hours, I'll probably end up with just under a minute of time-lapse video of the night sky. So hopefully it'll come out pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. So,
all right, hopefully we'll see some shots.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
All right, I see another tripod over there, dude.
Yeah, so last night I was a little frustrated with this camera. I was trying to get a shot just with some star trails over the hill here, and I had the darndest time trying to get it focused. I could not pick up a star to focus on, and what I ended up doing is I cranked up my ISO as high as I could, trying to find a star, thought I had something in focus, set the camera, left the ISO cranked up all the way high. So when I looked this morning, it was completely washed out. It was terrible. So tonight, I am looking forward. Now, the galactic core of the Milky Way is going to be below our sight line, so I don't have a shot at that. But I do have a part of the Milky Way that's expected to move overhead tonight, and I don't have a tracker on this camera, but I'm going to set up, kind of do a time lapse, multiple, probably 300 or 400 pictures over the course of 4 hours or so. I guess I'll figure that out here in a second, and just try to capture the Milky Way as it moves across. And so my setup is, I've kind of got it configured where I am shooting pretty much straight up in the sky. If I can get my... I'm going to be shooting pretty much straight up in the sky, but I don't have the leverage to get my head on. There we go. Technical difficulties.
Always technical difficulties.
I tell you. Okay, now it's on there. So now I expect to have a field of view with the trees kind of framing the picture. And so, yeah, so I'm stuck until about 9:30 waiting for a star to come out to see if I can't focus on it, because everything's manually focused, and you really need to kind of zoom in on your live view and try to rock your focus in to dial it in. And so I've got to wait till the sky to turn dark and I can see a star to focus on it. So we wait now.
All right. Well, we can wait. Meanwhile, there is whiskey to drink.
Absolutely.
And a fire to tend to. And that's pretty much it for tonight. We just kind of wanted to share with you some of the stuff that we do while we're out here. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll have some good stuff for you.
Yeah, at least we've given it a shot, right? It's hard. You can't plan for the weather. First night we were overcast. And then the moon, spectacular moon. It's so bright at night, it's not even funny. But we're going to give it a shot anyways. We're here, might as well.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, hey, thanks for bearing with us and watching us set our crazy gear up for the night. And we'll check back with you tomorrow and let you know how it went.
See ya.